In this video, I would like to talk to you about something that's really, really fascinating, namely the radical honesty. Now, when you think about it, when you talk to very confident people, they are not afraid to be honest with you. They are not afraid to be radically honest with you. They simply say what they think. They are not constantly judging, what that person will think about me. What should I say to be liked by that person or those individuals? No, they just say what they feel like. And sometimes it may be harsh, right? But people respect them because they know that they can trust them, right? So I've been reading a lot about it, and I've been thinking a lot about being radically honest, because I like to consider myself as one of those people who never filter themselves, right? So whenever someone asks me something, hey, how do you like my dress? I would say something like, should I be very honest with you? Yes, well, probably is not the best for you. I think you could wear something else. I would literally always say how I see the situation without trying to go around the bush. Even when I meet high-level people, the way I see it, if they can't take my honesty, well, probably they're not the right people for me. But lately, I've been reading more and more about it, and I've been, going into more and more extreme when it comes to this topic, and I realized that perhaps it makes sense to be totally, radically honest about literally everything, even those small white lies. When a friend asks you, for example, hey, do you think I'm in the form for the summer? How do I look like? Do I look okay? And when you see that your friend is overweight, well, perhaps you have this natural instinct to say, you know what, it's not bad, it's all right, you're ready. But when you really think about it, you may be making a disservice to your friend by saying that, by making that white lie. Perhaps it's better to say, look, John, sit down for a moment. If you ask me honestly, you could lose 5 to 7 kilograms. I could help you to do it, or I know someone, but you should take care of yourself, right? Actually, Sam Harris, who wrote an amazing book called Lying, is talking about those types of situations. So I have my laptop here. Let me actually bring it up, and I'm going to read it to you because it's really fascinating. By the way, an amazing book, Lying by Sam Harris. I highly recommend you read it. It's a short read. It's like, I think, 100 pages. But he says, by lying, we deny others a view of the world as it is. Our dishonesty not only influences the choices they make, it often determines the choices they can make, and in ways we cannot always predict. Every lie is a direct assault upon the autonomy of those we lie to. Makes sense, right? And then he says, when we presume to lie for the benefits of others, we have decided that we are the best judges of how much they should understand about their own lives, about how they appear, their reputations, or their prospects in the world. So this is really interesting, what he says. And my example actually is quite connected to this. The example of a friend asking you, look, do I look good enough for the summer? Do I need to lose some weight? Because as Sam said, well, if you make that white lie to make your friend feel better, he may feel better in short term, but in long term, you're making him or her a huge disservice because you kind of deprive them on this opportunity to realize, wow, this is where I am, I gotta take care of myself, right? So it makes sense. So anyway, so in general, being radically honest can be really beneficial in terms of, relationships overall. But there is one more thing. When you are radically honest, when you tell people how you feel, there is less to remember. When you lie, even when you make those small lies, when you don't want to say to someone that you can't attend that dinner with them because you simply don't want to, because you prefer to read a book, but instead you create some type of fake reason, then you have to remember about it. And of course, that increases your level of stress, and the more stressed you are, the less confident you feel. So imagine walking through the world knowing that there's nothing to remember. You just have to be yourself because you always say the way things are. So it makes a lot of sense, right? Also, another thing is when people ask you whether you want to do something with them, whether it's, embracing some business opportunity or joining them for dinner or going for lunch together or going for a trip or whatever it is, whenever you are honest, you make people trust you more. And you make people respect you more. For example, myself, I hate situations when I talk to someone and let's say I'm organizing a dinner party and I ask that person, hey, would you like to join? It's on Friday, 8 p.m., this place. And they say, yeah, maybe. Let me figure this out. I know already. I know straight away they want to say no. But I also know they don't have the guts to say no. So in my mind, in my eyes, their level of status and confidence and all of those things, it starts dropping down because I see that they just can't tell me straight into my face that they don't want to do something. They just can't say no. They don't know how to say no. On the other hand, when I talk to people and, when they tell me, look, Jimmy, I'd love to join your dinner, but quite frankly, I have many things on my plate. I want to focus on something else. That evening, I appreciate the offer though. Thank you so much. I respect that. That's amazing, and that's what confident people do. So think about this concept and let me know if you have any questions or any food for thought. Perhaps I can learn something from you. I'm really curious to hear from you, what you think about it. But personally, the more I learn about this concept and the more I implement it, the more I realize that it really pays to be radically honest with people.